name is Harshali and I'm going to give a presentation on biometric authentication in smartphones. So, what is biometric authentication? It is also known as the process of comparing a person's characteristics with the data stored in biometric template in order to determine resemblance. In this mode, the question being asked is, are you indeed the person whom you claim to be you are? Biometrics is used in a wide variety of different domains, ranging from state security to the comfort of individuals. The most well-known techniques include fingerprints, facial, iris, palm, and DNA-based recognition. By fingerprint recognition can be implemented in essentially all mobile devices and has the right combination of security, cost, and convenience for the end user. It has the potential to be the single personal identifier since it is universal as they can be found in all individuals and also they are unique as they make it possible to differentiate from one individual to another. Let's see how fingerprint sensor is incorporated into smartphone. Let's take an example of Apple's famous fingerprint scanner known as Touch ID. It is formed from a steel capacitive ring, sapphire lens, image sensor, and secure enclave. Touch ID relies on a range of components working in harmony, all to provide a simple, effortless authentication process. The silver ring is a capacitive sensor. It is designed to detect when your finger is present. The silver spark ring sparks the rest of the Touch ID assembly to life and saves precious battery life by ensuring it isn't always on. Touch ID operates like a traditional flatbed scanner you use for scanning photographs. Protected by a layer of durable sapphire glass, the image of the fingerprint is focused directly onto the Touch ID sensor. Only 170 microteins and slightly thicker than a human hair, the sensor scans the image at 500 ppi, higher than the 326 ppi resolution of the iPhone 6 screen. After these details scan, a high definition image is then taken and temporarily stored in a secure enclave for analysis, measuring features of your fingerprint such as subdermal ridge flow angles. This process identifies the fundamental aspects that make your fingerprint unique and produces a unique key. That is enough information to accurately identify your finger again. This data is stored by Touch ID to reconstruct your original fingerprint. Once your unique fingerprint data has been collected, only mathematical representation of the scan remains, which are stored and encrypted without your identity on your device and never used anywhere else. When first using Touch ID, you will be required to scan several times so that the sensor can build up a complete image of your fingerprint. You'll also be instructed to scan the sides and top of your fingerprint, as your thumb or finger won't always lie dead center in normal use. Let's see the value of this innovation. The business value. M-commerce. M-commerce is the ability to buy products and services using a mobile device anywhere in the network. Fingerprint can be used as a key to a secure file containing credit card information with applications assuring that the card information itself never appears in the clear. The other value is the financial transactions. It can be used as an alternative for online payment. For example, if you have forgotten your PIN number, you can access your phone through your fingerprint and you will be authenticated automatically. Take, for example, the latest Apple product, the Apple Pay. Fingerprint scanner is also convenient to integrate with Internet of Things. For example, if you're using home automation and your phone is the main medium through which you're controlling all the appliances in your house, then with fingerprint scanning, it is secure and only you will be able to control all the appliances in the house. The social value. Many people tend to forget passwords as soon as they set it up. With fingerprint scanning, you don't have to worry about this problem. Also, fingerprint scanning is easier, cheaper, and convenient for end users to use. You can combine fingerprint scanning with the PIN number or with SIM card and implement a multi-factor authentication so that your mobile phone is more secure to use. Fingerprint scanning in smartphones can be considered as a disruptive innovation because biometrics was already being implemented by banks, army, and government. Fingerprint sensors were used by FBI officers to authenticate themselves. Hence, it can be concluded that incorporating biometrics as a security parameter on smartphones is disruptive in nature. Fingerprint user authentication in smartphones is therefore a disruptive innovation. It can be said that the source of innovation can be entrepreneurial or open. It can be entrepreneurial since this idea has been executed on an entrepreneurial basis and which is designed around social value to help the end users secure the phone rather than financial since the fingerprint scanners are not that expensive. Also open source because when companies use internal and external ideas to help expand their operations. Open source is the use of internal as well as external knowledge to accelerate the internal innovation and also to expand the markets for use of innovation externally. Fingerprint scanner was first incorporated by Motorola in a smartphone in 2011. Following its lead in 2013, Apple introduced its first fingerprint reader in iPhone 5s, naming it Touch ID. Touch ID received a lot of praise and popularity from the end users and is still considered the most reliable fingerprint scanners by the end user. In April 2014, Samsung launched Galaxy S5, which had fingerprint reader to unlock the phone. Since then, many smartphone manufacturers started incorporating fingerprint scanners. Even the budget phones have fingerprint scanners in them. Google Play Store uses fingerprint authentication for application, movies, book, and music purchases. It is also used by Apple Pay and Samsung Pay. Apple Pay is a mobile payment service by Apple which allows users to make contactless payments using their mobile devices. This iPhone users can hence authenticate themselves by scanning the fingerprint to the phone's Touch ID sensor. Fingerprint sensors are also being used in banks. Take, for example, the Cambridge Savings Banks in Massachusetts, which is using biometrics in its online and mobile payments so as to completely remove the need of password and username authentication. The employees of the bank say that customers have started incorporating this technology since they are already familiar with unlocking their iPhones or their Android phones with fingerprint authentication. Thank you for listening to my presentation.